Hello viewers and welcome to episode 1 of Boris's Bridge, in an alternate universe where Boris Johnson has bought Uxbridge FC to celebrate his election win on the 12th of December. But who are Uxbridge? Uxbridge are a team formed in 1871, making them one of the oldest clubs still playing. They play at Honeycroft in West Drayton with a capacity of around 3.7 thousand. Obviously it's listed here as 3.77 thousand. But as we know, a lot of non-league clubs have an unspecified capacity and can basically fit usually anywhere up to about 5 or 6,000. Although not listed here, they have actually won quite a few competitions. They've won the Corinthian League, the Middlesex Senior Cup 6 times, the London Challenge Cup 3 times, the Middlesex Charity Cup 6 times, and also the Corinthian League Memorial Shield. In recent years, however, they've been moved around a lot, within level 4 of non-league, being moved from the Ifsia League North in 2004 to the Southern League East, and then being jostled around amongst the Southern Leagues for about 14 years, before finally being moved back to the Isthmian League South Central for the 2018-19 season, where they finished 18th. While having a lot of honours, most of them were at the lower end of English football, so it is my job to bring them to greater success, alongside the stewardship of one certain Mr. Boris Johnson. Now, just be aware, this is the first save I've done, so if that did sound a bit robotic, I do apologise, but I'll get there, okay? I have made a few changes to this database, namely I've tried to make it so that Brexit is guaranteed to happen in 2020. Obviously, it's looking now very, very likely that Brexit will happen in the coming years. I think it's very likely to happen in 2020, so that's why I have done that. I've also made sort of a few additions to Boris Johnson's profile, such as some of his club vision stuff. However, I haven't made it too much because I didn't want to, confuse everything. So I've basically just added competing wage budget, played offensive-ish football because he's a very good defender of his policies. And yes, that's about. Was there anything else I added? I don't think there was. This has all been just added by the game. That I remember putting in, but I don't remember putting it in as that. But it doesn't really matter. I've also made Boris a background. No, it's not background. It's the underwriter sugar daddy, because obviously, with having a country to run, he's not going to want to focus too much on his football team, but will obviously put in a little bit of money, usually just to cover the debts. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything covered. I'll just replace that because I had to make sure it worked. It did, so there's no worries there. And so yeah, I will just sort out all the pre-season stuff and I'll be back with you in a bit. Oh, another thing I will mention, apologies if you can hear my keyboard clicking. I can't do much about that because I don't actually. Well, I do have a desk, but I'm just sort of laid in bed at the minute with my laptop on my stomach. So using a mouse is pretty much impossible. So you'll just have to put up with it until I can be bothered to fix it, basically. Which could be until I go off to uni, at which point this would be done. So, alright, let's see. Code of conduct. Yeah. That'll do. That's pretty much what I usually have all the time. Oh, we've already had an offer. I haven't even shown the squad, so I'm just going to do that quickly. I haven't. As you can see here, we have, to be honest, not a fantastic assortment of players. I have also added players to clubs, so that it's not like impossible to get players in. That guy's on 600 quid a week. That is ridiculous for this level. How much was the offer for? Nothing. Oh no, that wasn't him. I'll do this as well. So I'm currently creating the squad. It's very barren, isn't it? There's not really much of anything anywhere. Oh, what's going on here? I guess this is a non-league club, so I can't really be expecting too much, but this is someone else. I have one centre back. This guy's what? He's a right back. Of course, he's a right back. I've also just noticed that this guy can play in goal, which is interesting. Oh, I like this guy. He's 42. So of course his mentals are going to be absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I think we've got work to do here. There's just nothing anywhere in this squad, if we're honest. I would like to just show you the tactic I'm using. I have to ignore the players in it. I'm basically just quick picking from my pre-season games, of which there are a lot of them. And a lot of them are on TV, which is what I'm hoping will increase. Oh, I'm already getting somewhere. But yeah, this is just a tactic I've used. I used it last year. It worked fairly well. I'm using it this year. It's working fairly well. I haven't found anything better than it so far. So yeah, I just kind of need to get the players to fill it now because I don't have enough of them. So yeah, most of these players are just players of most of these players are just players I've promoted from the youth team. Just to make sure that I actually have enough of them. So yeah. If you want to see it closer, just sort of pause whatever you want. Obviously if it does, oh no, this hasn't worked. There we go. Yeah, that's about all I need to say on that. So I'm just going through pre-season at the minute, and I've just noticed this. I probably will use this as my summarising everything. After speaking with Andy Thomas, I believe that he no longer wants to leave the club and go to George Street. He believes there are no longer any other clubs interested in services. Let's just have a look at that, shall we? Let's just have a look. How many teams are actually interested in him? 27. 27 teams have offered to sign him. And he believes there are no teams interested in the services. I've been trying to get rid of him for the entirety of pre-season, and he just will not leave. Oh, it's incredibly annoying. Oh, and there's also a lot of cancelled trials, so I just have to ignore them. I've basically just been getting loads of players on trial and trying to sign them. Like Will Duncan, I'm trying to get. Nathan Linton, I'm trying to get. Let's have a look at the transfer, shall we? Yep, a lot of work that I've done. Because hang on, I'll see if there's a way I can not have the child. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, the squad is still kind of small-ish. It's a lot bigger than it was. Donovan Simmons as a right winger. Columbus Iber is going to be my star striker. Got him from Brighton. Let's go back to transfer history. I got Mohamed from Dulwich Hamlet. Centre mid. Young. That's about it. Looking at his stats, no, he probably can't really be a box-to-box midfielder. Will Duncan obviously is the trial. In fact, I think a lot of these are a trial. Hang on, which ones aren't? He's on trial. He's on trial. This is Columbus Iber, who I mentioned before, going for Brighton. Callum Phillip. This guy I signed as my backup striker because he's young. He's fairly quick for this level, at least. Kyle Lynch, I know this one is a signed player, sort of a backup centre back, a young one, 16 determination, so let's hope that works in our favour. Liam Haley as my left back. He's my backup left back, so I'll have to change that for important player. Sort of just an average all-round player. Again, another 17 determination. Tyler Ford, first choice goalkeeper, 14 aerial reach, 13 handling, 11 reflexes. Not much of anything else. But he's better than McCarthy. So any improvement is a good improvement. Donovan Simmons, as I mentioned earlier, got from Kingstonian. Right winger, sorry. Can also play striker, but I don't anticipate him playing there. Interestingly, 16 natural fitness, but only 10 stamina. Something's not right there. Callum Bennett, right back, to compete with I can't remember his name. Abdallah, I think. No, it's not Abdallah. It's Luke James. No, that's not Luke James. I'm getting completely lost here. Who is it I'm trying to compete with? He hasn't left, has he? He must have left. The player I was thinking of. Let's have a look at the transfers out. Yeah, it was Corey Watson. That's annoying. I'm going to have to sign another right back. Oh well. Jerome Sobers, another centre back. 16 determination again. I'm getting a lot of players with determination. I wonder if that was like that to begin with. Like, let's have a look at Carlinge. Development training. No, that's not what I'm looking at. Progress. Determination. Attributes. Oh, it's not actually long enough. Because it's still in August, so. Where was I? Scott Waters, just the player that will fill the team. So he was recommended when I first started, and I was like, well, I might as well bring him in. Ruben Gill, young centre back, probably going to be first team. Another one with 16 determination. I have a feeling there's something weird with the determination at the minute, because I have a lot of players at 16. Whether that's to do with the training, what the staff doing in the training, or lastly Harvey Moss, a left winger, again with 14 determination. This one, he's good enough to be first choice at the minute, but the problem is I'm trying to get, I forgot his name. What's his play? Harry Lovett in. No, not Harry Lovett. Nathan Linton in to compete with him. So that'll be yeah. Other than that, is there anything I've missed? Oh, I let Hitcham Abdullah go because he was complaining. What he was complaining about, I can't quite remember. I think it was because I tried to get rid of him, and he was like, "Why are you getting rid of me?" No, that was it. He got an offer from Poulton, and I said no, and he kicked up a fuss, so I just let him go. Oh, one thing I haven't mentioned is I'm currently 1k over on my wage budget. Yeah, I'm not very good with wage budget. This is me trying to keep my like squad number up because I know what injuries are like on this game. It's very very difficult to not get all the injuries. Oh, good. Linton's joined the club. That's perfect. One thing you will probably have noticed is that it's well, maybe it's a different day actually. I recorded the first part yesterday on Monday, and I'm recording this part on Tuesday. It's purely because I was at work. I worked last night, and I couldn't quite get all the way through pre-season before being done. So I sort of had to get it. So I recorded it over 2 days. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't really have a set thing with this, so set schedule. This does need to become a major issue to share about limited summer playing time. Why be under threat following the arrival of Nathan Linton? I'm gonna have to say this. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm going to leave that episode there. Thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the little bell to notify you every time I upload. Maybe like the video, maybe leave a comment if you want to. But yeah, I will see you. I don't know when the next upload is going to be. Probably not that far away, but I never know with me. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Peace.